Hi guys, welcome back. All right, let's go ahead and jump on in. I kind of feel like I don't know, I feel like the 8th is going to be an important day. I don't know why, but it feels valuable. We have cycles and we have pay attention to signs. All right. So actually, I've been getting a lot of messages kind of along those lines, like pay attention to different things. But the fact that we have this energy of a cycle is maybe either completing or taking shape. Maybe a new cycle is beginning. Maybe it's that's exactly the thing to look out for. Maybe there will be some changes. I was like, I lost my voice here for a second. Maybe there will be some changes, some unexpected things that will indicate something's different, that a new cycle has begun. We have the Hanged Man sideways. We have the Page of Wands sideways. I almost feel like a character is going to question, like, is something different? Is there? I don't know, but it feels like something has changed. There could be a spark of inspiration that a character is, thinking about or feeling or sensing. Actually, hang on, let me change decks here for just a second. Says, let's heal past trauma and solve inner conflicts. So it could be that there is the cycle change would be, it's almost like somebody is saying this to another person, like, hey, let's do this. I don't want our love to become worse by minor things unconsciously piling up. Now, this could be a character, the character becoming more aware. I don't know who this is yet. We have a feminine who's sensing a change, and then we seemingly have what might be a masculine who's coming to this conclusion. You know what? There have been some problems here. There have been some issues. There have been some things that have been, pulling us apart. This is no good. Why would I let this stack up? Why would I let us be pulled apart? We got a Four of Cups and we have a Knight of Wands. Feels like it's a day for damage control is the best way I could say that. Um, this feels pretty heavily on the masculine side, that he's having some regrets. Maybe he tried to just work with passion instead of like bring like genuine romance and genuine connectedness into a relationship, and it's like, oh, I should have done this all different. Knight of Cups is sideways. Got a lot of sideways cards. Why didn't I move forward with emotion? Why did I only move forward in passion? Because I think that was the way to avoid, if you open up anything on the emotional side, it means you might have to deal with all kinds of other emotions that have also been put in their little like filing cabinet drawers. Or imagine like opening up a storage unit where everything is housed, and it's like, well, love and my ability to love somebody is housed in this storage unit, but if I open it up, that's also where my emotional wounds are from other experiences that touched my emotions in my life. And I feel like this person said, so I'm not going to open up the rolling door of that storage unit. I'll only open up the rolling door of the passionate, the where I store passion. So I really think that we have a masculine who kind of regrets the fact that he didn't already kind of like consider emotion. We've got an Eight of Swords that is in the reverse, and we have a Ten of Wands that is upright. A lot of damage was done, or a lot of obstacle was created that was very unnecessary. A lot of things that shouldn't have gone this way were damaged, prohibited. The growth of a connection wasn't really possible so long as somebody keeps all their emotions in a storage unit that's locked. So this kind of feels like, hey, there's something about him wanting to unlock all of these emotions. How is she going to feel about it? And what are the signs for her to watch for? What does that mean? Pay attention to the signs. What is that? Ace of Swords. So he may suddenly start to speak some real truth. Words that he didn't say before. Explaining things maybe about how he feels or about his life. Wow, explaining love and showing love. giving a love offer. Those are not like little signs. Those are kind of like, smack you on the head with a 2x4 kind of sign. Tell me about the cycle card. We have a King of Cups. She might wonder, is this just a cycle? Is this just something that they're going to go through where all of a sudden they'll show me like emotion for like a hot minute and then they'll revert back to being pretty much vacant when it comes to emotions? And it's, I feel like this is somebody who didn't ever say anything emotional, like nothing emotional. Couldn't, maybe even if they say, love you too, but it's not like loving words. They don't have a way to express that. If this is a new cycle beginning and she's like, yeah, but is this just a little temporary, they're going to, whatever, give me flowers with a little card that says something, but it's not really going to be that deep or that meaningful. I kind of think this is just the tip of the iceberg. I think what she's going to see is that there's a consistency here. There's a day after day. They're the ones wanting to like open up and go deeper. They're the ones wanting to layer upon layer upon layer of like an emotional connection. They seem to be, if moving slow, it's with consistency and kind of a sense of intensity. Wait a second. So what is the advice to her? I feel like this is for a couple that is already in a relationship. We have got the Two of Pentacles with the Page of Cups in the reverse. The advice to her is, in this case, you notice she's sitting on a fence, but holding the Two Pentacles. It's like reserve judgment. Just wait and see. This says for her maybe not to jump on in and start to be like, oh my God, this is so wonderful. This is so great, because they kind of have to earn their way into her life. They have to show consistency. They have to prove that they are really making changes. If she is too swift to like say, okay, here, I'll take the reins and here, I'll show you how to open up. This kind of says for her to hold back and let them open up the way they need to. If anything, when they offer a piece of information, for her to like be an active listener. If there is a, some kind of like open-ended dialogue, it might be not to like grill, but rather to say, well, I'd like to hear more about that if you feel like telling me more at some point. It's just kind of leaving space a little bit. Now she doesn't have to do this if she doesn't want to deal with this person. But in this storyline, they seem to already be in a relationship that has not gone deeper yet, and it's about to. That's the way I would frame this storyline. That's what it feels like, is on the 8th for a couple that's already coupled, yet it hasn't really gone very deep, other than, the passion is definitely there. This masculine is crazy attracted to her, but he's wanting to open up his emotions now. He's wanting to build an emotional bond. He doesn't want, I wonder if he felt her slipping away because where was the bond? Where was the emotion? And I don't think she's pushed or pressed. I think she's just kind of like, well, if it's not going to be there, I'm just going to slowly detach and pull back. I do feel like he probably felt that, but this is authentic. He's not just doing this because like, oh, I don't want to lose her, so I guess I have to, have a heart to heart. If he only forced himself to have some miniature, version of emotional vulnerability, just so he didn't lose her, then it would be short-lived and it would probably be minimal, and then he'd go right back to being closed off again. This is somebody who actually wants to open up, which is maybe why the message for her is to maybe just hold space for this person to open up and see. This is not her saying, okay, I guess my life is on hold until I figure out if they want to actually, be warm and welcoming to me. No, but it's more like, she's in the power position. She gets to decide whether or not this works for her, but she's also the person who gets to sit down and just kind of allow this to happen. She's not the active person right now, because I think this is their turn to step up and take the lead, in this case, in emotions. And this is kind of her ability to say, I wonder how they'll take the lead in emotion. Her role is in this case, to receive. Shower me with emotions and love and conversation. I receive all the things that this person may have to say. There could, an 8 is a nice, cyclical number as well. And December 8th, I mean, this is like, 4 and 4 makes 8. So this could be both of them have this really beautiful opportunity to start to really truly connect. But a Queen of Cups doesn't like pry. She kind of allows things to flow however it's going to flow. But we have a matched pair here. He needs to, obviously get to the point where he matches her genuinely, but she's giving him the room. I almost feel like she's opened up a doorway, and then, kind of, I don't mean to say that she's treating him like a feral cat, but when you put down food for a feral cat, and then sometimes those feral cats actually become house pets, and they become, your pet that'll go everywhere with you. And I'm not saying he is her pet, not at all, but the analogy here is just, we don't chase a feral cat because we know that they're going to scamper away. We just let them kind of decide, and almost in a way where it's like, look, I'm not going to harm you, but I'm also not going to force you to come into my house or accept what I offer. You do you. I'm just being who I am. I think you're great. I'm going to put down some cat food for you. But what you do is very much up to you. It kind of, her taking on that energy of, this really isn't my obstacle, so it's not really my thing, my hurdle to get over. So I'm just going to kind of kick back and let you talk when you feel like you want to talk, and be an active listener. And, same thing, like eventually if we leave the door open on our house and we're scrubbing our kitchen floor, and that feral cat one day just comes in and starts purring and rubbing up against us, and we absentmindedly, give it a little brush. Oh, you came in, huh? All right, I'm still busy. Do. And it's like, there's no intensity. And so everything suddenly feels safe and calm for the cat. Again, this is not a manipulative tactic. This is really her just kicking back and saying, it's not in me to force people to do anything that isn't in their greatest and highest good. So I only have to worry about my greatest and highest good. And if it's no skin off my back to go ahead and kick it and let this person start to open up, then okay, I could see very lengthy conversations. If this is a couple, let me put it this way. When I said I feel like they're already coupled up, that could mean a lot of things. This could be a couple where they actually have only been energetically, like in the 5D realm, connected, and yet they're a couple nonetheless. It feels very much like there's this energy of these two could be a great matchup, but he's needed to get to this point of opening up. And I just feel like on the 8th, for some reason, this is the time frame where it's coming to pass. It's actually a pretty beautiful energy because there's a lot of relaxed energy in this. All right. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. Thanks for giving it a thumbs up and subscribing. I will see you again real soon. Bye for now.